Target used to be the place to shop. You'd walk in for toothpaste and somehow leave with a cart full of home decor, trendy clothes, and snacks you didn't even know you wanted. It was affordable, stylish, and fun. A retail wonderland. But something's shifted. The shelves feel emptier, the vibe isn't the same, and loyal shoppers are starting to drift away. Meanwhile, Walmart and Costco are surging ahead, pulling in record traffic, profits, and loyalty. So what happened to America's feel-good retailer? Target has issued a warning about weakening consumer confidence, noting that sales dropped in February and are only expected to rise about 1% this year. The company admits shoppers are pulling back, and tariffs are making things even harder. Over the past few years, Target has worked to reduce its dependence on China, cutting imports from 60% to just 30%, with plans to hit 25%. But even with a more diversified supply chain, the pressure is intense. Then came the hammer blow, the new tariff wave. The Trump administration imposed sweeping 10% tariffs on nearly every trading partner, and a massive 145% tariff on goods from China. For Target, that's a nightmare. Nearly half of what fills its stores comes from overseas, and when those costs go up, Target can't absorb them all. Even small price hikes can drive shoppers away, especially when affordability is your brand promise. As if that weren't enough, a 40-day boycott followed. 11 straight weeks of declining foot traffic hit the company hard. The controversy centered on Target's attempt to scale back its diversity and inclusion initiatives, a move that pleased no one and angered many. While Target tried to find middle ground, customers simply walked away. Costco and Walmart, meanwhile, stayed consistent and were rewarded. In March alone, Costco's sales jumped 9%, while Target's growth barely budged. The problem runs deeper than PR missteps or tariff troubles. Walmart thrives on essentials: groceries, cleaning products, and everyday must-haves. Target, on the other hand, built its success on wants rather than needs. And when budgets tighten, those wants are the first to go. To make matters worse, Walmart is now moving into Target's old territory, launching stylish, private label lines, better apparel, and elevated designs, all at lower prices. Target, once the trendsetter, is suddenly playing catch-up. 2025 was supposed to be Target's comeback year. Instead, it's become a test of survival. The retailer now faces a critical question. Can it rediscover what made it special? Or will it fade into the background of America's retail landscape? Inside many Target stores, the cracks are showing. Understaffed floors, long checkout lines, empty shelves, and plenty of stock stuck in the back. Online orders are booming, but in-store experiences are crumbling. Target didn't just grow fast, it grew out of control. And now, the company is paying the price. Tariffs, inflation, boycotts, and a confused brand identity have pushed Target into survival mode, and what's coming next could be the hardest test yet. Just a few years ago, things couldn't have looked better. In late 2021, Target was unstoppable. Stock at record highs, sales soaring 17% during the holidays, and shoppers lovingly calling it Tarjay, as if it were a fashion label instead of a big box store. But that golden era didn't last. When inflation hit, the easy spending stopped. Customers who once filled carts started double-checking prices. Target was left with mountains of inventory that nobody wanted. Margins collapsed, profits plunged, and share prices fell sharply. To clear space, the company slashed prices, but at a painful cost. Then came controversy. In 2023, Target's annual Pride collection sparked political backlash. What had been a routine campaign in previous years suddenly turned into a firestorm. Target tried to quiet the noise by scaling back, but both sides were unhappy, and sales slipped again. By 2024, another shock hit. Target's biggest earnings miss in 2 years sent shares down more than 20% in a single day, just as Walmart announced record-breaking results. Target blamed port delays, but analysts pointed to something deeper, a pattern of misjudging demand. While shoppers shifted to necessities like groceries and cleaning products, Target was still stocked with decor, apparel, and home goods no one needed. The brand that once led retail trends suddenly found itself chasing them. Those exclusive designer collaborations that once drew crowds, Magnolia, Missoni, and others, no longer stood out. Competitors like Amazon and TikTok Shop now turn trends into sales overnight. Shrink, or retail theft, added another hit. Nearly $500 million lost in 2023 alone. In response, Target began locking up products, frustrating customers, and pushing many to simply shop online. Once they switch to Amazon, most don't look back. Behind the scenes, leadership uncertainty is making things worse. CEO Brian Cornell plans to retire at the end of 2025, but there's still no clear successor or strategy. Analysts say the company feels adrift, less transparent, and unsure of what it really stands for. Target doesn't want to be Walmart, and it can't compete with Costco on price. Its strength has always been something else, that stylish, middle-class sweet spot where affordability meets inspiration. But lately, that spark has faded. Shoppers walk in and find disorganized aisles, missing items, and long waits. The energy that once made Target special has gone missing, and once a customer stops coming, winning them back is 10 times harder. Still, there's a glimmer of hope. New collaborations, like Kate Spade and Warby Parker, have shown that Target can still capture excitement. The company's secret weapon has always been the impulse buy, that "I didn't plan to get this, but I have to" moment. The magic that made Target fun. The challenge now is leadership and direction. Analysts agree. The company has the tools to recover, but no one seems to be holding them confidently. Without a clear voice and bold strategy, Target risks fading even further in a market that's moving faster than ever. The bones for a comeback are there, but the question remains, can Target rediscover what made people say, "I'm just running to Tarjay," and mean it?